Yes, we're back again. All right, the traditional wave. Bye-bye. All right, Niki's here. She really feels great today. Right, Niki?
Under the weather.
Under the weather at 80 degrees. Okay. And Barry?
Yes, sir.
How's it going, buddy?
All right.
All right, I'm sorry, Rabbi, sorry. Okay.
I don't have my towels on. I confused you.
Nobody's Jewish out there. What are you doing? Okay. This is my brace. Oh, watch. This is my brace, just in case you want to know what it is, and you too can have one.
Brace yourself, viewers.
Well, you are sick. All right. My name is what?
You're just mad because you didn't get there first.
No, I'm on the air. My name is Corflex, apparently. 7.5 weeks and I still can't drive. Does this upset me? Yes, it does.
Well, it all depends on if you could drive in the first place.
Well, I stay on the left. No.
If you can't drive, you can always bunt, you know.
I want to say hello to the New York Mets, who are in first place now, and to the New York Yankees, I want to say these guys are so bad, they have to look up to see the basement. Yeah, come on now. All right. Okay, and the Red Sox will fold. All right. Keep those cards and letters coming. Okay, now to get serious. Everybody remember the dog we had running around here? Well, not running. Yeah, she was all right. And it is with great sadness that we tell you that the blind, sweet, 15-year-old dog, Blossom, that wandered the studio during our show had to be put to sleep. Sounds better than put down. Yeah. Blossom became a regular cast member and will be sorely missed. All right? So rest in peace. Jesus Christ. This is not good.
Ed, it sounds like you lost your dog. You can't read it.
My dog died in '64. Rest in peace. I'm sorry. I didn't do this on purpose.
I know you didn't.
I got it well the first time.
Yes, you did.
Rest in peace, sweet Blossom. You will be sorely missed. And now, Barry, would you say a few words about Blossom?
Yes. Blossom was put to rest because she was blind in both eyes the last year and a half. And she was also very anxious, and she got dementia, and probably the combination of dementia and blindness escalated her anxiety.
How did they determine she had dementia?
Through her behavior.
Oh, okay, because you couldn't ask her.
Well, no. Well, if a dog gets lost in the middle of nowhere where she used to,
all right, where she used to go.
She used to do things, and you know. And,
that'll do it. Yeah.
Okay.
There are a lot of behaviors change. She remembered who we were.
Of
and
course,
she remembered,
the voice.
and she remembered that she had to go to the bathroom outside, but a lot of things stopped working for her mentally.
That could be a politician, couldn't it?
Well, this is true.
Yeah.
Blossom considered running for office. She was going to
She would
run on the white dog ticket, but unfortunately,
white dog
she
ticket?
did not make it to November.
What is the white dog ticket? Oh, because she's white?
Yes, and she's a dog.
Well, aren't most of the politicians dogs, too?
This is true.
All right.
And some of them are white, but not literally white. So
Caucasian.
anyway,
Yes.
We tried many things for her, including me taking her to work with me for 7.5 months.
When you were tuning piano.
When I was
right?
tuning, and I, you know, except occasionally a customer couldn't accommodate her, and those who were able to actually extended her life.
See that?
And so I want to thank all of you. And but when she got to the point she couldn't stay in a cage at a customer's house, she had to pace because of anxiety. And
didn't they have medicine for that?
She had medicine, and it still wasn't
up the
enough.
dose here.
Well, there's only so much you can up a dose.
What was she taking? Your human pills?
She was taking alprazolam. And until recently, I didn't have to give her anything, and she was okay with me when we visited customers' houses. And she'd occasionally have to wander, but then it became a regular thing, and then she got roundworm, and so I couldn't have her wander at all. So
I thought you had cured her of that.
she was being treated for it. So she was in a diaper the last show because of it.
Yes, and I liked it.
And so the last week, I had to board her every day.
You went to Florida.
Yes. We went to Florida this past week, and she was with us.
She went to Florida?
Yes. The week before, I had to board her the whole week, and she was
bananas.
pacing, barking, and eating very little, sometimes
Well,
not
she
at
missed
all.
you.
Well,
She
yeah,
felt
but
she
I
was
mean,
rejected.
but I mean, it's at that point when your dog has to be tortured, 30 hours a week, and then she comes home and she's not too happy anyway,
Yeah.
especially in the evening. We felt that it was kind to put her out of her misery.
Okay. My dog in 1964 died of a heart attack.
Ooh.
Soon as they this is true. Soon as August '64, as soon as they started bombing Vietnam, he had a heart attack. And I almost had a heart attack because I says, "Uh-oh, they're going to draft me here somewhere in a few years." So I went into the Navy because the draft board was breathing down my neck. And when I'm in the Navy there at Officers Candidate School, I'm
Why
sitting
walk
there.
and you can float?
I'd sink right now. Thank you. So where the heck? I have a derailment here. Where? Oh!
Navy.
Navy. All right. So, geez. Oh, they had the lottery the next year. And I'm sitting there picking the stuff off my thing because you're used to cleaning it. Because I said, what am I doing? And the number I got, guess what number I got? Women and children would have gone before me. Guess what number?
20.
363. The higher
Wow.
the number, yeah, I'm going.
You might have to footnote that for your younger audience, the
Huh?
significance of that.
Oh, we used to have a
The
draft. You you little people. Used to have a draft, and I was in graduate school, and they decided to end the graduate deferment.
And how did the draft work? That 363 is so significant.
Oh, 363 is you never go.
Okay.
Well, I told you-
If you got a 1, you were the first to be eligible.
You're out of there. The big hand would come in and grab you. Right.
And if you were 365, you were the last to be eligible.
That's right. So
for
I
the
was
draft.
women and children would have gone before me. They never would have gotten to me. It's great. I have a headache. All right, go ahead. So, thank you. Everything else to talk about, Blossom? And I am sorry. I didn't intentionally screw that up.
No, I understand that. I understand that.
it's just
For those who didn't see her in her prime, which is how I like to
We didn't
remember
see
her
her.
best, she was a very quiet and calm dog without any medication. She liked all mammals.
Hey,
She
don't
was
curse here.
Completely.
Give me you mean
She
the
was
squirrels?
completely cows, goats, anything.
Humans.
Even humans.
Oh, I
That's
tell you,
right.
except you.
Very, very, very tolerant, non-territorial dog.
Was she pacifist? My dog was
I
apparently.
suppose. And she was extraordinarily fast.
Well,
You didn't see.
could have
You didn't
fooled
see how
me,
they
yeah.
are. Yeah.
Yeah, you mean no? She still would have beaten me trying to walk with this.
She could outrun larger dogs. And I'm going to share my favorite Blossom story, if I may.
Wait a minute, I got to take a nap. Well, go ahead.
Okay. We were in the
Yeah.
state park in Carlisle, Massachusetts.
Oh, you mean the place where the town newspaper is called the Mosquito? Because
Yes,
they won't let them
that
spray.
is correct. And so Blossom was playing tag with a larger dog whom she met at the park.
And they got married.
And there was a log. She jumped over the log, and she hid under the log in back of it. The other dog leapt over the log and kept going.
Not too smart.
No, it was at that point that I realized how smart a dog I had.
That's right. The dog said, "Nee, you stupid Saint Bernard."
So anyway, that is my favorite memory of my dog.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
So you want to, before we go to you, young lady, you want to play your song for Blossom?
Okay.
So what is
So this is called Blues for Blossom, and I named it for her because I began the composition the day we decided to put her under.
I'm going to start crying here.
All right.
By the way, it's the Apple Blossom. Hi there.
And
It's
we
the
finished.
Apple Blossom
We finished
Festival.
it the day after she left us.
Thank you. She said thank you. There's an Apple Blossom Festival, but it's this weekend in Westford.
That's correct.
Are you going to you want to play the march and do the Blossom song?
Well, I haven't been invited, but I appreciate
Well,
the thought.
I'll drive you. Oh, wait a minute, I can't. Just hop in the trunk.
Okay.
All right. So,
So-
this is Blues for Run over there, please.
Okay.
You want me to turn the sheets for you?
No, I'm comfortable in the bed I sleep.
He's
Thank
now
you.
off stage. He's taking the scenic tour. All right. Come on. Oh, sorry.
All right.
All right. Wait a minute. Blues for Blossom. Let's give him.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Didn't you say you had CDs that you made?
Yes. I have a CD called Almost Live. And,
L-I-V-E.
A-L-I-V-E.
Thank you.
Oh, L-I-V, Almost Live.
Yeah.
L-I-V-E.
Yeah.
Because I did virtually everything in straight takes without dubbing,
Really? Wow.
which is what you get live. You don't get
Yeah,
splices.
right. You make a mistake, you just keep going.
That's right.
And
So
most
I
of them
did-
don't even know
I
you made
didn't.
a
They
mistake.
weren't first takes, but you know they were straight takes.
Are these available somewhere?
They are.
At
You
your
can
website?
Purchase them. If you go to my website, you can be led to samples of Almost Live. My website is www.barryrrosenberg.com. BarryRmusic.com.
Now, this is not good.
I'm doing great today.
You're doing fine today. A little bit
Try,
better than
try
I
not,
am.
Try not to lose your dog before a show.
You know, you're still in morning.
BarryrMusic.com. So anyway, you can get it through
Can you
CD
sell it through your
Baby,
website?
or
Through you?
cheaper, you can get it through me
Even better. Where is it? You can get it for a higher price?
at CD Baby.
Who?
CDBaby.com.
Who the heck is that?
CDBABY.com.
Never heard of it.
And you can hear samples through them, and you can find that through my website.
All right.
But it is cheaper to get it through me.
You hear that,
If
folks?
you're
Right
happy-
here.
I'm happy to have you get it through them if you'd like to spend more money.
You know what I think that...
Diplomat, aren't I?
You
Hey.
certainly are. Buy it here. You will be at the news station just handing it out, right? With money. Hey, buy it here, baby.
When I do my occasional gig, I do bring my
Hey,
CDs
but
with
speaking
me.
about the occasional big, I'm ready after this I can even do it now.
Huh,
You just drive me there. I don't care.
okay.
Yeah, by the time you get one.
Can we mic your foot?
Yes.
I'll consider it.
Good. You've been considering it for a while. This will help you get over your dog loss.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right?
Thank you.
Okay. So now, by the way, did I mention what we'd had next time?
No.
No. Next time, next time. What? Don't do so. Come on, run. Heart attack. Call EMTs. All right, you're looking good. You got a brace on?
No.
Oh, it's your bony arm. Oh, sorry.
God's
and-
sakes.
They ain't listening. On 2 weeks from today, we have
Blame God, blame God.
Stop it. Oh, you George Burns? At
I resent that crazy.
You done? I'm out of control. I'm lost control. In
You
2
never
weeks,
had it.
the one and only Jerry Hurley will be back. Yes.
Hey.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. In 4 weeks.
4 weeks, yeah.
A
Just
whole
two-
month.
on
two
June-
shows from now,
thank
4
you.
weeks.
On June 9th, we'll have a research scientist who will do climatology. All right, let's hear it. All right, yeah. And then in 4 weeks, on the, I don't know.
6 weeks.
Thank you. 23rd of July. That's my Elvis. Thank you. On the 20, I'm not well. On
Don't
the
quit your day job.
thank you. On the 23rd of July, June, we will have a young person who she reports on tornadoes, or tornadoes, if you say it right, and severe thunderstorms. Yes. Okay, I see everybody's excited. Oh, and we're gonna have a young lady who she sells ice cream, but she makes it, brings it in. She's gonna bring in samples here, so everybody come down. I can just see them all flying in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Because they come in droves now.
No, they don't get driven. I was driving. So she uses a motorcycle to pull the equipment. Don't ask. No, she does. And she works at a restaurant. Should we give him a free plug? Huh?
Go for it.
Yes. Bix Bite Restaurant on 110 in beautiful Westford. Okay. I'm choking here. All right. Now we have the young lady from
Lawrence.
Thank you, Lawrence, near the Andover line. We must put that in. You live in North Andover, don't you? All right,
Close
and
enough.
we're talking about this mess at the Quabbin Reservoir.
Ugh.
It is so. Thank you. It is so political. We got one guy had to suck up to everybody. Another politician who doesn't know what the heck he's talking about.
I
And then the
know.
environmental guy going, well, no, we could have an alternative. Right.
This whole thing is complete and utter mess.
The main thing was, well, we didn't ask enough people. They had their time to look at things. No, but one with the politician, politician.
Before this thing, because they had a meeting on it in Athol
You called me what?
yesterday in the morning. I would have gone, but I couldn't.
You were
Work
working.
and stuff.
You should have sent me. He would have driven me.
Yeah.
Right?
Before this meeting that they had yesterday, they'd already had 3 meetings on the subject.
Yes.
So I don't understand why they're talking about lack of transparency and nobody knew it was going on. Everybody knew it was going on.
That's how the
It just didn't,
politicians
you know.
suck up to the public. And they get these, wasn't it, there was a Rosenberg involved, right, out in the West?
Not
I'll get
related.
to that.
Not related.
I'll get to
Good.
that.
He's a cancer.
I'm insolent. I'm innocent.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna get a little vicious here. Hold on. So apparently the Secretary of Energy and Environmental Affairs had to apologize to everybody, I guess, for not being more forthcoming on this plan and the lack of dialogue, quote unquote.
Nobody's interested till
Nobody's interested
it's passed.
until you actually have a public forum.
and they did
on
a
it.
scientific study.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is, this was what was held yesterday in Athol.
Actually, 2 days
was what they
ago,
call
right?
an oversight hearing, which is basically, sorry, we have to grovel and kiss your feet now because we didn't tell you about it
Don't hold
beforehand.
back. Don't hold back, please.
That's literally
hold
what it
back.
was. It was
Okay,
just,
but it
you know,
goes to show.
it was a way to kind of trot out the scientists and the
time to go,
DFW and
Kissy, kissy.
all of that. It was a way to trot them out and make them formally apologize.
Which was stupid, because they didn't do anything.
They didn't do anything
They did a
wrong.
scientific study.
Not only that, but Division of Fisheries and Wildlife, it's the head of the assistant director and the director, it's their job to protect wildlife. That is what they are doing in this case.
Right.
It's not costing the taxpayers any extra money. It's not going to affect any people, any homes, any businesses, nothing.
What did they
So-
think? They thought the snakes had a motorboat and they were going to
Well,
come to the
apparently
mainland?
they're thinking now that if they put people out there think that if they put them on this island, that unlike what they're already doing in Massachusetts, if they put them in this island, they're all of a sudden going to start breeding like rabbits.
Yeah,
and
and
take over
as the
take over
winds are going to float
Massachusetts.
them across to the mainland.
So,
Sequaban Reservoir.
you know, I understand people are scared of snakes. I understand that there is some fear that is involved, and I get it. But if you look at it from a scientific point of view rather than a fear-based point of view, it makes a lot of sense.
That's right. Because
know.
they got, and there's not that many of them, right?
They're like I keep saying, they're not talking about putting 4,000 snakes on the island. At most, in 10 years, you're going to have somewhere like 30.
Gee,
In 10 years.
yeah.
That's
if they all
not a lot of
That's if they
snakes.
all make it.
Even
Right.
if somebody were to go out to that
This will be
island
history.
5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now,
Yeah.
you're never going to see a snake.
Where do they?
Never.
Where do they hide?
Underground in layers of bedrock.
Well, that would be difficult to see unless we drill, right? I
Yeah.
could just and
You're not
people
going to see them in the winter because they hibernate all winter
Yeah.
and they need deep bedrock to do
and
so.
people were going around shooting these things or running them down with cars. And
They run them
everything.
over with cars, they shoot them, they kill them, they take spades to them.
Spade? Oh, they club 'em.
Yeah. Chop off the head with a shovel.
And these are the pacifists, right?
No, these are the animal lovers.
Oh, okay. Well, I never met a snake. I
So,
didn't. Oh.
Tom French, who is the assistant director of the Division of Fisheries and Wildlife's National Heritage and Endangered Species Project, he said timber rattlesnake populations are mostly eradicated from the state in the 18th and 19th centuries, primarily because of deliberate persecution by humans. This is an article from the Boston Globe about the meeting from yesterday. In his words, we are looking to try to establish a safety net in one place in the state where timber rattlesnakes can exist without being interfered with by people, without having the risk of deliberate killing or road mortality, so to protect them from the people that have been causing their slow but constant decline. The location that has been pegged for the preservation effort, which is Mount Zion Island and the Quabbin Reservoir, is the one place in the entire state that meets the necessary
Oh, excuse
criteria.
me, for the people who don't live in Massachusetts, where is Sequaban exactly?
It's out in the western part of the state, Midwest.
It's near UMass Amherst, right?
Yes.
And Amherst College.
Yes.
Thank you.
This spot must be more than 1,000 acres in size, off limits to the public, and mostly forested with some wetlands and landscape that snakes can use for a deep hibernation site. Like I said, layers of deep bedrock that go very deep underground. They need some place to weather the winter. The Quabbin Reservoir's Prescott Peninsula
She's got
is
my problem.
plausibly a second opinion, the part of it has been flooded and is likely no longer an adequate hibernation site.
Why is it flooded? Too much rain? Or they did
No,
something?
because of the whole Quabbin. When they flooded the
they flooded the habitat?
to make the Quabbin Reservoir.
Okay. Well, people had a drink. Yeah.
You know, I understand where the people are coming from in that area because they flooded 4 towns to make the Quabbin Reservoir. So people are still a little sensitive about the subject 90 years later.
Well, I mean, they're all alive, right?
You know, I get it, but this doesn't affect people that live around the Quabbin. Unless you're living on the island, and even if you live on the island, it doesn't affect you.
All right.
But
good.
nobody lives on the island, so apparently.
Well, maybe we should put some people there with the snakes.
But
oh, no, we can't do that.
you know, I take a little bit of umbrage with
What do you want from
the
the
Senate
snakes?
president who, you know, says that the jury's still out on the future of the plan, which I understand it is. However, it's very difficult to understand a man who says he doesn't know anything about it, but then turns around and talks about it to other people.
Well, because that's being political. And in this election year for a president, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I say we get Netanyahu here to settle this thing.
Yeah,
Those
you need
snakes will be
somebody.
in there 1, 2, 3, right? They
How
don't
about
take
Putin?
garbage from anybody. Or Putin. Yeah, I want more than that.
Yeah.
All right. So you got 303 left in the.
Yeah. I mean, these rattlesnakes, they're already in Massachusetts. If most of the people around the areas where they already are haven't even seen them, what makes you think that on an island that is not inhabited by the public and is not, excuse me, accessible to the public, what makes you think you're going to see them there?
Because they, you know, I told you, they have rowboats. They have the Andrea Doria has been lifted up off of
They've already
Nantucket and they're
moved.
bringing it in.
They've already moved the porta potties that were on the causeway that leads from Mount Zion to the mainland.
Really?
There were 2 porta potties there for fishermen at the beginning of the causeway.
How about that?
You know, these snakes are not going to leave the island if they're put there.
Yeah, but these
If it's a good site.
people think of snakes and they say, oh, it's not exactly the boa constrictor here. You
Like
know?
I said, it's understandable. No, well, a timber rattlesnake has venom. You know how long it's been since the last death by timber rattlesnake bite in Massachusetts?
No.
Over 200 years.
Well, you know, it's due. I
You
guess.
know how many confirmed timber rattlesnake bites we've had in the last I don't even know how long. But
Yes.
in the recent past.
0?
1.
1. I'm telling you.
1 confirmed timber rattlesnake. No, 2. Excuse me. 2.
Was it the human guilty or the
I
snake?
don't remember what the first one was, but one of them was a research scientist.
Oh wow, he was out there. That's
And he
okay.
survived.
Well, okay. Well, that's off the hook.
And is doing fine.
Yeah. Except he
You
wants
know,
to eat belts.
They're endangered. They're not endangered down south. They are endangered in this
Why
part
are they
of the
endangered
country.
here? Because they don't run over them in the south?
They don't breed as fast as they do down
Oh, it's
south.
too- oh, all
There's
right.
less places for them
All right.
to inhabit up here.
Your blood pressure's
and
gone
people
up.
have been eradicating them.
Well, outside of that,
So.
you know, it's like in World War II. Not every German was bad. We had German Americans here. It's not every snake is bad. We're not talking about asps, right?
Yeah. We're not talking about adders. We're not talking about black mambas. We're not
Black
talking
mamba,
about
hey.
cobras. We're talking about
Ooh.
snakes that have already been in this part of the country.
Who's the one that chokes you? The boa? The constrictor?
They
right?
can.
Yes, that's why it's called a
Okay.
constrictor.
Really? All right. You want to add something today? Because we have 48 seconds and it's the fourth period. What do you got? Anything?
4th period. I think you should pass the ball to the center and let him dunk it.
I thought we were talking baseball today.
What the heck are you talking about?
moved to
oh, no, they're still
basketball.
not. I would like
Because
to
of
predict.
the seconds
Excuse
left.
Fair point.
me.
Score once more
Excuse
before
me.
I got.
I would like to predict that the Houston Rockets will lose in 4. They did. And I would also, or was it 5? Whatever, they lost. And I would say the Atlanta Hawks will not win a game from Cleveland. That's all over. And I say the Golden State Warriors will say to the, who the heck are they playing? Damn. Well, anyway, they're going to say that new movie, Kiss My, what? The hell is it? Oh,
4 seconds, Ed.
the Grits. All right, here you go. All right, we'll see
And
you
we
in
just
2
lost
weeks.
it.
Okay.
Ed Sullivan is dead, but Cohen isn't. And when it comes to weather, Cohen's smart. As New York as you get, his money's on the Mets, which goes to show that Ed's a Joe who always bets his heart. There's Niki and there's Audrey for some banter, and Canterbury chants a pair of songs. There's weather news and shtick, enough to make you sick. You'll be glad you came along.